It's a orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is Orange Juice. We're receiving a balance update that will launch on December 15th. Elite Barbarians are receiving a complete stat overhaul. They'll attack 0.1 seconds faster. Their hit points are increasing by 19%. This huge buff means they'll now be a lot tougher to kill. They now survive one hit from Knight, Barbarians, Valkyrie, Musketeer, Baby Dragon, Prince, Lumberjack, and many more. They're also receiving a 14% damage buff. Against archers, they can tank 2 shots from archers and kill them in 1 shot now. They'll also be able to kill Knight, Archers, Valkyrie, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Prince, Giant, Hog, Lumberjack, and many other cards in less hits. There are way too many interactions to demonstrate. Essentially, this is a new card. It was terrible from the start and hard to justify spending 6 elixir. On a non-balanced note, I want to point out that just because an Elite Barbarian shares the same name as Barbarians, it does not make them the same card. Their fast move speed changes their win condition entirely. They are not a direct replacement for Barbarians. The Tornado was always a great card, but it was quite difficult to use and was more of a tool to activate the King's Tower, rarely offering opportunities for positive elixir trades. Its radius is increasing from 5 tiles to 5.5 tiles. This means more King activations. On top of the radius being increased, its pull strength is increasing by 70%. The current Tornado can't really pull moving units, it kinda just keeps them stationary for 3 seconds. This increased strength should be strong enough to pull them to where you actually want them to go. This is a direct counter to the newly released clone spell and can also cancel out clone skipping. There's a chance the spell could replace Fireball. The Wizard is receiving a buff. It was hard to justify using this card when Lightning was meta, but now that Lightning has shifted, he's still not receiving any love. A card that was once popular before legendaries existed, now an underused card. To attempt to remedy this, he's going to attack faster. His hit speed is changing from 1.6 seconds down to 1.4 seconds. 0.2 seconds may not seem like much, but that's actually a 14% DPS buff. Hit speed is the most generous buff you can give to any card. However, its first attack will now shoot slightly slower so it doesn't look as awkward when he thrusts forward for the first attack. The Giant Skeleton has been on Supercell's radar for a long time. They've explored many options, but that just leads to a lot of stalemates at the bridge. As we saw in February when its bomb exploded faster, draws are no fun if you're trying to open your crown chest. Its damage is increasing by 8%. Most interactions will remain the same, but the largest change is that it'll one-shot stab goblins now. The goblins won't be able to fully shut down a giant skeleton anymore. The clone spell coming into existence recently is a nice indirect buff to this card, since this spell duplicates its bomb and deals full damage. Another nice synergy is clone skipping the giant skeleton to bypass a cannon. The Lumberjack is an underused card, so they're buffing his health. It's increasing by 6%. It's a very subtle buff, but in terms of direct interactions, it will survive 1 extra hit from a baby dragon now, or 1 extra hit from an arena tower. His axe is sharp and each swing deals quite a bit of damage. Surviving that extra arrow from the tower could mean he can land 1 extra hit on the tower now. The Mortar has been on Supercell's list for a while. They've been careful with the Mortar since it was in almost every deck in March, making for a frustrating meta. It's receiving a humble buff. Its splash radius is increasing from 1.8 tiles to 2 tiles. Sometimes you have units that just run out of range because the boulder was too slow to land. This increased splash radius remedies that problem for certain cards. It's an interesting way to buff this card since it doesn't directly change any interactions with the tower. The Bomber has dropped off the map in high arenas, so it's receiving a 4% damage buff. This means it'll now one-shot archers. It will kill Mini P.E.K.K.A with 1 less hit, and with this buff, it will continue to kill Elite Barbarians in 4 shots. We're going to need everything we can get against the Mega Barbarians. The Inferno Dragon is used in lower arenas, but I almost never see it in higher trophy ranges. Its health is being increased by 5%. This means it can survive 1 additional shot from a witch, princess, or an arena tower. Its load time is incredibly slow. Retargeting a new unit is painful to watch. Skeletons can distract it very easily due to this. It'll now target units 25% faster. That is 0.4 seconds faster. Overall, it's going to be a little bit more reliable to use. They're very cautious with this card due to how volatile it is. The Balloon's Death Bomb damage explosion range is being increased. It's being increased from 2 tiles to 3 tiles. Now its explosion range is consistent with a giant skeleton's bomb. A rocket has a 2-tile radius, and a free spell has a 3-tile radius to give you an idea of its new range. On top of that, its death bomb is doubling in damage. Before, it wouldn't even kill goblins. Now, it'll kill goblins, archers, princess, minions, and lava pups. The max level mirror now correctly mirrors max level cards. All maxed mirror cards will be 1 level stronger. You can find out how strong mirror cards are by holding down the card to see the mirrored stats. Despite every single card receiving a buff in here, there are a few indirect nerfs. Archers will be slightly impacted by this balance change. They will take 1 extra shot to kill barbarians. In addition to that, they'll now die to them in 1 shot. And with the bomber's increased damage, it will kill archers in 1 shot as well. Then with the balloon's death bomb increase, that'll kill archers in 1 shot too. I'm sure there are many other indirect nerfs to cards, but the archers are some of the more apparent nerfs. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more quality OJ.